Workshop topics: the advantages and disadvantages of using adjustable spanners. I will start off by saying that all adjustable spanners are not the same. This one, for instance, is a Teng Tools adjustable spanner, and it's very good. It's also a bit dirty because it lives in the driving truck of my large traction engine. If you've been watching some of my videos, you may notice that I like to use Barcode spanners. It should be pronounced Baco, but I can't get my head around that because it has an H in it. The Barcode spanners that I use most frequently are the 100mm type, but in certain places on the traction engine, with it being so big, they don't fit. On this Teng Tools spanner, I didn't like the plastic handle, so I removed it and then realised that it's probably quite useful if I'm working in very cold temperatures. I still don't like them, but with the help of some brute force from a hammer, I refitted them to the spanner. It's a good time to mention that everything in this video is my property. I have no connection with the manufacturers mentioned in this video, and there are no sponsorship deals going on. This is a non-adjustable spanner. It's a 9/16 AF spanner. First of all, I will show an obvious benefit of using an adjustable spanner. The jaws are wider. The jaws on the adjustable spanner are nearly half as wide again as the jaws on the standard spanner. But what if you want to use a pair of adjustable spanners for fitting lock nuts? More about that later. There are a constant stream of viewers who make unkind remarks to me about my use of adjustable spanners, and I would accept the remarks if I used a thing like this. I found this very poor example of an adjustable spanner at the back of a drawer in the workshop, which is the best place for it. Have a look at the spanner in the foreground. This is a Barcode adjustable spanner. And no, it's not quite as shiny as the others, and this example is a little bit rusty, but the movable jaw is nothing like the one on this spanner. Look at the amount of play. Is this really necessary? When I compare it with the Barcode spanner, there's still some play. There has to be, to allow the jaw to move up and down freely. But it's nowhere near as bad as this. This spanner can go back into the drawer from whence it came. In fact, I think instead of that, I'll put it in the bin. The size and type of adjustable spanner that I use the most is a 100mm Barcode type. And here they are, the three that I have. The one in the foreground is the oldest. I bought this in the 1980s, and I would always have it in my pocket on steam running days. You may be interested to see that it does say invented by Barcode on the side. This is a very old spanner and was made in Sweden. The current ones I think are made in Spain. When I bought this spanner, back in the day, I actually looked like this. Here I am about to run my 5-inch gauge Manor class locomotive, and here it goes. And in this clip from 1994, I'm running my 7¼ gauge Black 5. And on both of the videos, I had this in my pocket. I bought a second one, and then a kind viewer from Sweden sent me a third. I always have two of these on the bench, and I use them for a variety of different jobs. In the late 1990s, I had a Land Rover, but I wanted to build my own. This is a picture of my two daughters at the time. My daughter Charlotte is in the driving seat. She's 34 years old now. I built and painted this Land Rover outside in the garden over about a year. And I didn't have to use any adjustable spanners on this. I bought a large, expensive socket set. This 1971 Series 2A Land Rover started off as an MOT failure. I dismantled it thoroughly on the lawn, and I had to shear off quite a lot of the bolts. None of the sockets slipped, and I never injured myself at all. There was no need to use any adjustable spanners on this job at all. During this brief Land Rover building phase, the project I was on with, a Sweet William from Blackgate's Engineering, was put on back burner. I got it to this stage. I had the boiler for it, but I sold it. Now it's time to come back to the present, and this present is a set of Barcode spanners that I've just bought myself. These are slightly larger. The biggest one is 12 inches long. I have noticed though that you can buy really massive Barcode spanners. I might buy one of those and hang it on the wall in the house. Here's my collection of Barcode spanners. The three 100mm spanners are all bunched together at the left, and the ones that are a bit oily are brand new out of the pack. I mentioned earlier about adjustable spanner jaws being a good bit bigger than normal spanner jaws. For lock nutting, I would either have to select a spanner from my collection of spanners in the drawer, or I could use this special Barcode spanner with the thinner jaws. Plus, this spanner is very convenient because it has longer jaws. The only disadvantage I find with adjustable spanners is the physical size of the adjustable part of the spanner. A couple of the Barcode spanners I have, including the thin-jawed one, have a rubber handle. And I don't think I like this because over time rubber handles tend to perish. But having said that, these two are okay for the moment. Barcode spanners really, in my opinion, are not all that expensive. This set of 3 cost me about £38. They're genuine Barcode because it says BAHCO on the top, which could quite easily be adapted to the song called DISCO, although I won't be recording that anytime soon owing to copyright issues. Just for the viewer who commented that these are not spanners, they are adjustable spanners, I'm going to put them all back into my box, clearly labelled spanners. I can't really say a lot more. I will repeat myself by stating that I have nothing to do with the company Barcode or any other equipment manufacturers. I will always publicly sing the praises of good quality equipment, like BAHCO. Before I'm tempted to burst into song, which I'm not going to do, it's time for me to go. Stay safe, stay healthy, thanks for watching, and I hope you found this useful. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.